Um, you know, so, uh, does that sound like you? Because if it does, worry no more. In this video, we're gonna cover how you can eliminate the bane of public speakers' existence: filler words. Hey YouTube, welcome to episode 2 of I Will Teach You to Speak with me, Jonathan Andrews. In this video series, we cover how you can become an effective communicator in all the high stakes scenarios of your life, whether that's a job interview, an investor pitch, and of course, front and center on stage in front of hundreds or even thousands of people. In today's episode, we're going to cover one of the most common questions that I get asked after delivering a speech.
Hey, Jonathan, how do you reduce all the filler words in your content?
Great question, and that's exactly what we're going to cover today. But before I get into the tips, I want to share with you a real life example of someone that I helped remove their fillers. Last summer, one of my lawyer friends named Dave needed to give a speech for his sister's wedding. And he asked me for some help, but the first time I heard him speak, I was really distracted. Virtually every other word that came out of his mouth was either an or an ah. Hi, my name is Dave, and the reason I'm, you get the picture. Fillers are distracting. They take away from your message, and whether it's true or not, the perception that your audience gets is that you're either not confident in yourself or in your message. So today, I'm going to share with you the 3 tips that I gave Dave that helped him eliminate his fillers and crush his sister's wedding speech. Tip number 1, awareness. In order to make any change, you first need to know where you're at. And like Dave, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you've recognized there's room for improvement in this area of your communication skills. So let me give you 3 questions that you can ask yourself that'll help you get some awareness. Number 1, which filler words do I use most often? Is it so, like, right? Number 2, how often do I use them? And number 3, how distracting are they? Start with those questions. And once you have that base layer of awareness, then what I want you to do is incorporate a buddy who can help keep you accountable for reducing that. As an example, in my own life, one of my most common fillers is like. And I gave my girlfriend permission years ago to pay attention to my likes and to help me to continuously progress. Try that. Number 2, pause. See what I did there? Pausing is one of the most effective and underutilized tools of communication and influence. In the future, I'll make a video dedicated to pausing. It's that important. But for now, what I see most common is that speakers fill the spaces in between their thoughts and sentences with filler words like and so. Instead of allowing silence, they're afraid of it. Don't be that speaker. I want you to be the speaker that embraces silence, that embraces pauses, because all pausing allows you to do is let your audience process what you're saying, allow you to be perceived as more confident and thoughtful. And naturally, if you pause more where you would normally insert your filler words, you'll start to decrease them or eliminate them completely. Number 3, don't obsess. And this is the tip that I need to remind myself all the time, because in my obsessive journey with eliminating my fillers, I stopped being present in my conversations. What started happening to me is that instead of having a conversation with you, I would detach myself from the conversation and watch myself speak to you because I didn't want to make any mistakes and I wanted to sound great. Don't make that same mistake. The only thing that happened to me in that scenario was that I increased my anxiety and I decreased my performance. Instead, what I want you to try starting today is to get that base level of awareness. Ask yourself those questions. Get a buddy that can hold you accountable and start to add pauses where you would normally insert your fillers. If you do that, you'll be ahead of 90% of the communicators that are distracting their audiences and don't care what they sound like. Thanks so much for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Jonathan here. I would love to hear some feedback. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Looking forward to seeing you next time.